I'm Sean Noonan, lead designer on Sentry. In this devlog, I'll be covering the many features introduced in our second major release, the co-op update. I'll be highlighting the addition of co-op gameplay, 3 new levels, and various improvements and balance adjustments. So let's start with our approach to co-op gameplay. Co-op's been a highly anticipated feature and we're excited to bring it online. We approached it carefully to make sure it met the standard we were aiming for. Our guiding principles for co-op were simple: seamless integration, personal equipment, and shared progression. With seamless integration, players can join or leave a co-op session at any point outside of combat, ensuring flexibility and ease of access. How this manifests is that you can open up your game for co-op and another player may join to help defend your ship. Conversely, you can jump into another player's game to assist in defense of their ship. In both scenarios, the game can be switched back to single player at any time outside of combat. Regarding personal equipment, each player brings their own weapons, deployables and gear into the co-op campaign. Any new equipment acquired and banked during co-op is retained for use in single player or other co-op sessions going forward. And finally, our approach to shared progression. Campaigns of vessels unlocked during co-op are made available to all participating players, supporting collective progression. We believe these features create a co-op experience that's enjoyable, rewarding and most importantly, flexible. A massive thank you to everyone who participated in testing and provided feedback. Both the Steam forums and Discord have been invaluable resources, especially for design feedback, so a personal thanks from me for that. Now let's have a look at the 3 new levels: Logistics, Storage, and Chasm. Logistics features a series of crane arms trucking overhead along the final stretch to the exit. Shooting these cranes drops their cargo. Red crates explode, while the grey crates will stagger enemies and instantly kill any grubs they land on. This level was previously featured in our combat co-op test. We run these tests leading up to each major release, so join the Discord if you're interested. Next up, Storage. Storage is split into 2 tiers, with 2 spawn points in the lower corridors and 3 on the upper walkways, making for some fun sightlines. All enemy paths converge into a spacious central arena just before the exit, demanding coordinated defense strategies to maximize deployable use. And finally, Chasm. Chasm's a large map with 2 distinct wings, one featuring tight winding passageways and the other with sprawling open platforms that lead to a large walkway over a pit. Get ready to bust out your vortex glove and conveyors for this one. In addition to these new maps, the existing levels got a little love too. Both Fuel Exchange and Central Processing have undergone extensive reworks. For instance, Fuel Exchange now features 2 clearly defined routes separated by a central corridor and an elevated walkway. The spawn door ordering has also been made more intuitive, though it might initially surprise veteran players. Just keeping you on your toes. And Central Processing now has 5 spawn points, all on one side of the map, making defences easier to manage and providing clear choke points for your last stand. We've also optimised the level, reducing the likelihood of frame drops. Other levels, such as Mess Hall and the Pit, have received some general polish, including additional player-only routes that prevent enemies from taking unexpected paths. Now I wanted to touch on balance a little. It's an ongoing process, and in this update we've made several key changes, many of them directly inspired by community feedback. Let's start with some of the more player-facing tweaks. Bonus scrap is now collected at the start of the preparation phase, giving you more breathing room to plan your defences without that post-breach scramble to throw down uncharged deployables. In a similar vein, we've removed the need to rush breaches to maximise scrap. You'll now get the full scrap reward no matter when you trigger a breach. We feel that this pushes for a more strategic pacing. The rivet grid has had an upgrade too. It now restocks rivets every preparation phase, making it more useful throughout an encounter and not just a last-ditch defense against grubs. One of the most requested changes was around material rewards. Previously, end of mission salvage scaled based on performance. Now the material payout is a flat value. If you're getting pushed back and losing subsystem health, then you're already taking a hit, so it felt fair to decouple that from rewards. Beyond those tweaks, we've done some extensive rebalancing across the economy, upgrade system, and within combat. On the economy side, you now earn more materials from combat, and as mentioned, the income is no longer tied to performance. As a result, upgrading your gear tends to happen naturally after encounters, which fits much better into the game's overall rhythm. In the upgrade system, we've addressed a common issue. Previously, you could start a campaign and immediately master a piece of equipment, leaving very little room for meaningful progression, and arguably locking players into a specific build. Now, upgrades are more deliberately tiered across a campaign. Higher level upgrades unlock later due to higher resource requirements. We've also streamlined the system so that research is now only used for upgrading, not for unlocking equipment. Unlocks are handled exclusively through materials. For combat, we've aimed to raise the intensity and variety across each sector. As you progress, you'll notice a more obvious step up in challenge that better matches your power curve, making each battle feel more dynamic and engaging. We've also made a big change to escape costs. Enemies now have different individual costs when they escape, so small and large threats are no longer treated equally. This should make target prioritization significantly more meaningful. Combined, these changes are designed to increase tension, create more meaningful decisions, and provide a better sense of progression throughout a run. As always, your input's invaluable. We're a small team, so every bit of feedback helps shape the game. With the co-op update now live, we're collecting even more feedback that will inform future updates. And looking ahead to our next major update, our focus will be on enhancing replayability and increasing dynamism across the campaign. Thanks again for your continued support and enthusiasm. And until next time, thanks for watching.